And the 1-2. Struck him out. Jazz Chisholm with another lifeless at-bat. Struck out swinging, and the New York Yankees do not get the sweep of the Seattle Mariners at home today, and they lose 1-0. What a disaster, non-competitive, boring game from the New York Yankees. And what happens? The same thing that always happens with the New York Yankees, folks, is that they get excellent starting pitching and fantastic appearances from their bullpen. But the New York Yankees decide to go full ZOMBO mode today in the Bronx and lose the third game of a 3-game set against the Seattle Mariners 1-0. The New York Yankees left players stranded all over the bases. And after the huge offensive explosion from Spencer Jones and Trent Grisham last night, you thought the New York Yankees were ready to turn the corner, but no. It went right back into hibernation. It went right back into full ZOMBO mode with lifeless at-bats from Trent Grisham, Jazz Chisholm, and company. And the New York Yankees drop and leave another win on the table. Remember what I was telling you guys about this New York Yankees team saying that we're not going to leave W's on the table this year. It's going to be killer instinct all year long. But the New York Yankees leave another game where they could have won today on the table. Now, the New York Yankees are in second place, and after the loss today are going to be another game behind the Tampa Bay Rays. But what I want to say to the New York Yankee fans is, look at who the Tampa Bay Rays have played in the last 11 games. The Colorado Rockies, the Oakland A's, and the Chicago White Sox. They've been cleaning up on terrible opponents. And the New York Yankees, every team that they've played for the last 4 series have been above 500, and they've won 3 out of the 4 series. Now the New York Yankees go up to Toronto, and I have to admit, I'm a little worried about this series. In a series that you would think that the New York Yankees are going to go up to Toronto and steamroll a 4th-place Blue Jays team, no. It's like the AFC East in NFL. If it's a divisional game, they're always going to be close. And I've said this before. The Rogers Center next to Yankee Stadium in the AL East is one of the toughest places to play, no matter how good or how bad the teams are. And the Toronto Blue Jays have been stringing wins together. Now, the Boston Red Sox look like they're falling off, but the New York Yankees cannot continue to get this stellar pitching from their starters and their bullpen and completely go lifeless on the offensive side of the ball. The question is, why can't these guys take it from day to day? Why can't these guys put 2 days together? Because look at the batting averages on this New York Yankees team. That's why they'll have a game like last night where they scored 10 runs and everyone gets hot at the same time. But when you look at the batting averages and guys are hitting 237, 198, 218, that means that they're averaging a hit every 3 days, guys. That's why you're going to see runs in bunches in 1 days, and that's why you're going to see games like today where everybody on the team goes absolutely cold. And this is the problem with implementing small ball for the New York Yankees, is the fact that they don't have enough contact hitters on this Yankees team to be a small ball team. Now, they did have some quality at-bats by Ryan McMahon today, and I will give them that. But the New York Yankees need to do that across the board. And now we're seeing Lombard Jr. offensively come back to earth a little bit because he's going to have his peaks and his valleys as a rookie. All we need this kid to do is hit 230 and play the defense that he does at shortstop, and the New York Yankees can be significantly better on the defensive side of the ball. Now, the New York Yankees need to wait until help arrives. Cody Bellinger and Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Like I said a couple of nights ago on the postgame show, the Giancarlo Stanton reports are starting to be like Bigfoot sightings. We have reports of Giancarlo Stanton sprinting by 162nd Street. I'm done with the reports. I'll believe Giancarlo Stanton is back when I see him in the cleanup spot, in the batter's box, in the Bronx. Now, the New York Yankees need to keep this momentum going. They've been winning difficult series against great pitching, and the Yankees will not face another left-hander, I think, for the next 8 games. They have to take advantage of it with all the lefties that they have on this team and the platoon of Garcia and Goldschmidt at first base, which I'm falling in love with, and Rice at the DH. Maybe they got to give Rice a couple of more reps at first base to get his rhythm back because Ben Rice has been lost since the home run derby. I've said it before on the show. I have never seen a whole team go completely cold, but hopefully that means that they will break out eventually. But after at-bats and days like today with Jazz Chisholm, I think the New York Yankees are going to have to relegate Jazz Chisholm to a pinch running role, or you can't bring him in as a late inning defensive replacement. I don't know where he fits on this team, hitting 211 in a contract year. And you know what? In all these amazing impact years that we've seen guys have in contract years, like Aaron Judge breaking the American League home run record, like Juan Soto getting that huge payday and putting the Yankees on his back and bringing them to the World Series. In a make-or-break year with Jazz Chisholm, he comes out in the beginning of the year and talks about him going 50-50. This has been Jazz Chisholm's problem all his career long, is he concentrates on everything except baseball, whether it's designing bags, making hip-hop videos, lying about him marrying an OnlyFans friend. And I heard Michael Kay talking on his show yesterday about saying it was a racist dog whistle about Jazz Chisholm's act. And I think that this has nothing to do with race. In fact, the Yankee fans have been on Anthony Volpe's case more than Jazz Chisholm. In fact, I think Jazz Chisholm gets a break because he is entertaining and he is incorrigible. But at the same point, when you act like a 21-year-old sophomoric idiot all season long, and I look at his age and he's actually 28, it's time for Jazz Chisholm to grow up. But guess what? We're not going to see him grow up on the New York Yankees because he will not be re-signed by the Yankees. And if he thinks that he's still going to get that $200 to $300 million mega deal, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn, folks, because Jazz Chisholm's not going to be the starting second baseman of the New York Yankees next year. I've told you before on this program, New York Minute Sports, that Anthony Volpe will be the starting second baseman of the New York Yankees next year. And I'm not going to give you reports and blow by blow every time Anthony Volpe does something wrong in AAA because I've been seeing the videos. We're past that. Let him work on his stuff. We don't have to look back and think about Anthony Volpe anymore. Concentrate on what we have in Lombard Jr., and let's not jump the gun on him. I already hear talks about Lombard Jr. in the leadoff position. If you want to ruin a guy, put him in a leadoff position when he's just getting his bearing on the offensive side of the ball, as Lombard Jr. is. You see how long it takes some guys to come along, like Spencer Jones, who's just starting to get hot. And like I said on the live broadcast today, Spencer Jones is striking the ball better. You saw him go opposite field last night, and that is a great indication that Spencer Jones is going to start putting air under the ball, and those line drives are going to wind up being home runs. And then the New York Yankees can do some Van damage on the offensive side of the ball. But I got to give it to Los Santos today. Great performance out of the bullpen. Even Yarborough was cutting them down. Replaced the retired the first 4 batters that he faced in today. Los Santos came in, and then guess what? One of the biggest positives out of this game today is Cruz looks like he's back in cruise control. Him and Tim, King of the Hill from AutoZone. He's Employee of the Month every month. Hey, Tim, your wife's on the phone. She says you're struggling on the bump. Tell her I'm going to take another bump and I'll be home in 15 minutes. Woo-wee! So it's good to see Fernando Cruz back, and I think the Yankees really need to buckle down, pay attention. It's going to be a gritty, tough series up in Toronto, and I'm going to be here covering it all. And I hope you enjoyed the live stream today with MLB.TV's 3D cast. Like I said before, today was the inaugural one. Hope you liked enjoying watching the video and watching me do the live stream. And remember, guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And have you become a New York nut yet? For $1.99 a month, you get twice the show for half the dough. Also, go to the New York Nuts merch store. That's the beautiful blue link underneath the video. All the t-shirts on the show are made in the USA, just like yours truly. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad, baby. Good night, Canada. See you this weekend. Bring your passport. Bye.
That's your boy.
So
You said he was.
Goodbye. That's my boy.